to the governor for the National Guard, and we're appreciative of the assistance. Our community is tired. Our officers are tired.
I'm tired.
Our businesses are tired. And this additional support is necessary. And again, the chaos that we are seeing is caused directly by ICE, Border Control, and this federal administration.
Not the people committing violence.
Our neighbors and businesses safe, and the additional support will help us do that. Our community service officers are helping to deliver food to families that are in need. Community members are out there peacefully protesting, making sure that their voices are heard. They're escorting workers to their jobs. They're taking care of daycares. It has been extraordinary how people around our city have stepped up during this difficult time, and there is an incredible group of leaders in senators and members of Congress that are here with me to deliver a powerful message in just a couple of minutes. We're also working closely with our immigration task force to make sure that clear and transparent information is coordinated. We'll continue to do everything in our power to keep our neighbors safe and to stand up for our immigrant communities.
These are the people that bit off the finger. I'm going to show you guys.
Have remained peaceful.
Oh, please, man. Oh, please, this peaceful bullshit. Ain't nothing been peaceful, motherfucker.
Own version of chaos here. I understand that people are angry.
CNN, motherfucker.
I'm angry. I understand that people
it's peaceful. No, this is peaceful. It's not peaceful.
It makes sense. Our communities have been placed
on the
very front line.
They're saying this
has been ongoing now for weeks. It must end. Remember, it's only our city that will suffer if there is damage or destruction that is done. Finally, to the victim's family and friends, our hearts are with you. Our love goes out to you. I know that there is nothing that I can say right now that will ease the pain. But I hope you know that Minneapolis cares deeply for you. There are 435,000 residents that will do everything possible to stand with you. With that, I'll turn it over to Chief O'Hara, who can give more of an update on the plans for tonight.
What are they doing tonight? What's the plan tonight?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. I'm going to provide a brief update on the events today and our plans to maintain order in the city. I recognize that this is a volatile and emotional situation, and our focus remains, as it always has been, on de-escalation, slowing things down, and maintaining peace and order in this city. The situation is stable right now, and it is peaceful, and we intend to keep it that way.
Well, yeah, like when it's not peaceful, because we don't see y'all when it's not peaceful.
Press update.
You guys come after the fact.
Residents and demonstrators gathered today.
Oh, it's peaceful now.
The situation deteriorated. Local and state law enforcement officers were surrounded on multiple sides by a mix of protesters and also agitators who engaged in unlawful acts. Individuals began erecting barricades, throwing glass bottles, ice chunks.
I missed everything today.
2 separate fires were started.
I thought you said it was mostly peaceful.
Minneapolis police had to escort firefighters so that they could safely extinguish those fires.
He just said it was peaceful.
The number one priority of our police officers is to protect life and maintain public safety for all people in our community. And so given the volatility and rising public safety risks for residents, for demonstrators, and police officers, state and local law enforcement did deploy less lethal and gas munitions at that assembly.
So you ICE too? You just as bad as ICE.
Allow for a safe egress of law
you just as bad as ICE. Y'all ICE too. Get rid of the cops.
Violence and damage. We do everything that we possibly can.
It makes no sense.
To escalate whenever possible.
Oh, please.
And the actions that were taken today were in response to a dangerous and escalating situation.
You mean the shit that ICE has been dealing with?
Multiple confrontations. The gathering at the scene now is peaceful, and we need everyone to respect the lives and property of all people in our community. In order to maintain that peace, we have established a vehicle exclusionary zone in the affected area. That zone has allowed traffic to be safely managed and has significantly reduced the risk of escalation, ensuring access for emergency vehicles, for residents of the area, and for lawful, peaceful demonstrations. This zone will be maintained by uniformed police officers of the Minneapolis Police Department,
It's Chaz again.
working alongside members of the Minnesota National Guard. National Guard members will be wearing fluorescent yellow safety traffic vests and will be working alongside uniformed Minneapolis police. In addition to the Minnesota State Patrol and Hennepin County Sheriff's Office that assisted at the scene, the St. Paul Police, Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, and numerous Hennepin County suburban police departments are assisting with answering 911 calls in the city of Minneapolis today. The loss of human life, yet again, is a tragedy. We pray all people can recognize that. And we extend our condolences, as the mayor has said, to the loved ones of the deceased. To the people of our city, we understand that the pressure has been building for weeks. We understand the hurt and frustration that this causes. But again, if you choose to come out, if you choose to demonstrate, peacefully assemble, do so lawfully, and understand that the men and women in this uniform standing here tonight are committed first and foremost to protecting the lives of every single person in this city. We will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as needed. Senator?
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief, for your strong leadership during this crisis. I'm joined today by Senator Smith, as well as Representatives McCollum and Morrison, and joining us in a statement are Representatives Craig and Omar. Our message is really clear and straightforward. We need ICE out of Minnesota. They are not making us more safe. As the tragic killing this morning, as people saw it viscerally on that video, shows us they are making us less safe. With 3,000 agents, which of course includes border control, outnumbering the sworn police officers in Minneapolis and St. Paul by 3 to 1, and even larger than the 10 metropolitan police departments. This is completely out of whack, completely out of balance, and now 3 people have been shot, 2 resulting in death. 1, Renée Good, mother of 3, and now Alex Pretti, a 37-year-old Minneapolis man, a citizen, also a nurse. They both have families that love them very much. This city has been under siege. And I want to make something clear. As the mayor and the police chief are doing their job for this city, it's not just the cities. It's not just Minneapolis and St. Paul, as you'll hear from the members of Congress. It is the suburbs where kids have been lured in and abducted. It is small towns all across our state, rural areas. This has gone way beyond some stated purpose of the fraud investigation or apprehending
let's move past the fraud.
offenders.
Forget about the fraud,
That's not what this is about anymore when you have 3,000 agents, overwhelming sworn police officers. I took part in that peaceful and powerful march yesterday, all those peaceful people. And then we wake up this morning to this horror. As members of Congress, we are calling on this administration to get ICE out of our towns, off of our streets. It will make us more safe. We, as a congressional group up here, strongly opposed the ICE funding this week. We opposed it this summer when our Republican colleagues tripled the budget, $75 billion. It is now more than the FBI. They reduced the training from 5 months to 47 days. And these are the results. We are also calling for a full and transparent investigation. We have done this before in Minnesota, coordinating with local and state and federal law enforcement. And if they're not going to do it, then they need to get out of the way and allow our very professional Bureau of Criminal Apprehension to conduct the investigation into these killings. And finally, we call on our Republican colleagues to stand with us. I know they know what's going on here. because it's happening in their own districts. We have, of course, these shootings, but it is a lot more than that. They know that something's wrong when a Hmong elder is pulled out of a house in his underwear and slippers, and they figure out about an hour later they got the wrong guy, and in fact the guy they were looking for is actually in jail.
What?
Or a 2-year-old, a case my office worked on, in addition to hundreds more, who's taken with her dad and then put on a plane to Texas when her mom is desperately trying to get her. We got her back.
Good.
But none of this should be happening. None of it. So we call on our Republican colleagues to join us, because we have warned this administration. I have personally warned them that there would be more deaths, that more of this would happen. And clearly they're not listening. So we ask people around the country to talk to their Republican representatives to make clear that this is not the America that is ours. This has got to stop. And with that, I turn it over to my colleague, Senator Smith.
Senator.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today, federal agents beat and then shot multiple times and killed 37-year-old Alex Jeffrey Pretti, a U.S. citizen, a Minneapolis resident, and a VA nurse.
He was a VA nurse?
Video shows
What?
once again reckless, violent, and dangerous federal agents taking the life of a Minnesotan. And rather than following standard law enforcement practice, which is focused on public safety and de-escalation, they have killed another person. And the Trump administration has already called Alex Pretti a domestic terrorist. He was a nurse. We send our heartfelt condolences to his family and to his friends. And all Americans should be outraged at this unaccountable, violent federal force which is operating with impunity in our city. And you need to know, America, that if it can happen here, it can happen in your community.
Anywhere. It could be you. It could be
we
me.
Here to say,
it could be you in the live chat.
I want to say to the president, you must stop Operation Metro Surge immediately and send these ICE agents home so our communities can be safe. Second, it is essential that trusted, impartial state investigators at the BCA are allowed to fully investigate what happened here today. Third, I urge my neighbors to express our grief and outrage at this killing and at the federal invasion of our cities peacefully and with the love that we showed yesterday when so many thousands of us showed up in support of our community. And finally, we must have our Republicans in Congress, they must join with us to condemn this violent and unfettered violent abuse of power and to stop it. And they can do that by refusing to fund this agency so long as it continues to kill and terrorize Americans. That is what Senator Klobuchar and I will be working on in the United States Senate. And I just want to close by thanking so much the local law enforcement and fire departments, not only here in Minneapolis, but all across the state that have been doing everything that they could, everything that you can to keep our cities safe. I once worked in City Hall, and I know what it's like, and I am so grateful for their relentless work to keep our communities safe. Representative McCollum.
Well, we have a saying in Congress that we agree and reflect in our remarks those that have spoken before us. So I'm going to take a slightly different tact. You know, today, this morning, Saturday, we lost another life, and it didn't have to be that way. To all the protesters who have been out there peacefully protesting, who have been harmed and injured, it shouldn't be happening to you either. But I want to take a second, as Senator Smith was, just to reflect on the community. St. Paul stands with you, Minneapolis. The East and West Metro, we're united, as well as all Minnesotans. My phones have been ringing off the hook from frustrated members of communities that are asking me to talk to their Republican members of Congress to do something about the escalation of chaos and violence that has been caused by the presence of the Department of Homeland Security. Representative Morrison and I, along with Representative Omar and Craig, had an opportunity to show with our votes on the House floor just this week how disappointed we are that the president refuses to listen. Oh, well, we're more than disappointed.
Well, tell it, Grandma.
We are outraged.
Yes.
Part of the bill that was on the floor was to provide more body cameras for ICE. Well, they have them already in the thousands.
Let's say that.
And they refuse to wear them. So, Secretary Noem, have your officers suit up and put on their body cameras, just like our law enforcement does. To our law enforcement here, we appreciate you, especially those of you who have been working the extra shifts. To the school boards, to the community service volunteers, everybody out there in this community, you make us so proud to represent you in the United States Congress. We hold our head up high with how Minnesota is reacting to this. We celebrate 250 years of this United States.
400 years.
And I'll close with quoting Benjamin Franklin.
Okay.
He came out of the Constitutional Convention and he said, it's a republic if you can keep it. Well, we're showing we want to keep it a republic with peaceful protesting. Stay calm, be safe, take care of one another.
Peaceful.
And when you see a National Guards person out there trying to relieve one of our police officers, know that they're there to protect you. So please respect everyone out there trying to keep us safe. And with that, I'd like to welcome up my colleague from the West Metro, Representative Morrison.
Thank you, Representative McCollum. You know, the day after tens of thousands of Minnesotans showed the world how to stand up peacefully against this administration's cruelty, lawlessness, and unacceptable occupation, and demand that ICE leave our state and end this federal invasion, the world is watching yet again.
The world is watching.
Have shot and killed another United States citizen in broad daylight in the middle of the street. First, we lost Renée Good, and now Alex Jeffrey Pretti, a 37-year-old man, a Minnesotan, an ICU nurse, a resident looking out for his neighbors as Minnesotans always do. And I do want to pause and offer my deepest sympathy and profound condolences to Mr. Pretti's family and friends. I am so sorry for your unimaginable loss. And we are once again now being asked to deny what we saw with our own eyes. We watched the videos of a masked federal agent shooting Alex in the back multiple times while he was pinned down by more than 6 other masked federal agents. And once again, DHS has come out with a predetermined narrative that contradicts everything we saw with our own eyes. 2 37-year-old Minnesotans are now dead. A poet and a nurse. For what? Man. We cannot lose any more lives. We need a full, transparent, and comprehensive investigation led by our BCA. And ICE and Border Patrol need to halt all operations in the state and leave immediately. And Congress cannot be complicit in facilitating these lethal operations and federal occupation of our cities. We are standing here as a united front today, pleading for our Republican colleagues who control the Congress and who took the same oath to defend the Constitution and uphold the rule of law that we did, to stand up and stop this. Put your state and your country first. Put it ahead of your loyalty to this president. Minnesotans are in agony, watching their communities terrorized and families torn apart. ICE and CBP agents are traumatizing our communities, violating Minnesotans' constitutional rights, unlawfully detaining and arresting United States citizens, racially profiling people, forcing schools, restaurants, and businesses to close. And people are dying at the hands of these federal agents. It has to stop now before anyone else.
Yeah, y'all need to cut it out.
and I return it to the mayor. Thank you.
I'll just point out, again, the difference between tens of thousands of people just yesterday peacefully protesting, standing up for their neighbors, no injuries, no damage to property. That is how Minnesota and Minneapolis shows up versus what we saw again this morning. That is what is causing chaos on our streets, those actions that we saw on video, and you can believe your own eyes. With that, we'll open it to questions.
Senator Klobuchar, are you willing to use every lever of power at your disposal as a member of the minority party to stop what is happening here, up to and including a government shutdown?
Right now, we are focused on getting ICE out of this state. And of course, we will use every lever that we have. But I do remind people that Donald Trump runs the White House. And sadly, because to date we have not seen the Republican members of Congress standing up, he also seems to run the Congress. But the point here is that there are many changes that we could make. You know, why aren't we helping fund local law enforcement instead of what they did?
Local law enforcement, because y'all don't do shit.
Why would I? Where they tripled the budget.
What?
And why aren't they pledging to have a full investigation of what happened? I have a lot of respect for our local law enforcement here, and I appreciated the words of some of my colleagues who talked about the fact that people have to differentiate here with what they're doing on the front line every single day. So there are many things we could do. Budgets are a value choice, and that's what we're asking our Republican colleagues to do. I work across the aisle all the time. I work with them, and I know that many of them understand that what's going on right now is wrong. And so the way to get to a higher ground, honestly, is to get them to get ICE out of our state right now, to call the president, to speak out as we have been doing day after day after day, and to remember these little kids who are afraid to go to school, and to remember the people who are legal citizens who are wrestled to the ground, yelling, "I am born here, I was born here," and to remember these two that we've lost. And I hope that's something that they all take home and that the people of this country do as they look at how they can get this administration to stop this.
Mayor Frey, can you talk about the legal case that you were pursuing and how this shooting changes your strategy? What is your best case scenario on Monday when you go to court?
Yeah. So there's two forms of request that we have been asking for. The first was this temporary restraining order. The other possibility is some form of injunctive relief. Now, I don't want to get too into the details because I'm bound to get something wrong, but the question is one of urgency and immediacy. The issue is that we recently saw somebody shot and badly injured. We then saw somebody shot and killed, and that was the second one. Chief, I think we've only had 3 homicides in the city this year. Is that right? 2 of them, ICE.
What?
3 homicides. 2 of them
No.
were from ICE. And so the relief that we're asking for is stopping this Operation Metro Surge in the immediacy. It's preventing this massive influx of agents that is making it very difficult for us to do our jobs in the city as well as we need to do them. And we need to do regular day law enforcement as well. Yes?
They defied a search warrant this morning. Do you think they'll abide by a court order from a federal judge?
They have to abide. So the question is, they defied a search warrant this morning. Will they abide by a court order by a federal judge? Everybody listen to that question.
There you go. Gotcha.
The question is, will this administration abide by a court order?
No.
These are the underpinnings of our democracy, of our republic, and of this Constitution. The answer better be yes. Whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, you abide by those court orders. The answer has to be yes if you are a patriot for this country. And so, yes, my expectation is that they will abide by the court order because there is not an alternative.
Yo, he's pissed. He's hard, yo. He's hard. at the same time saying he's not advocating for violence. You know, he knows what he's saying without saying it. You know what I mean? You might as well wink at the camera. Y'all need to do what you got to do. I'm just waiting for him to curse again. They need to snatch him up like the Venezuelan communists.
Yeah. I'll answer for myself and from the city's perspective, and certainly turn it to Senator Klobuchar. I want everyone to just quickly look at the juxtaposition between the way that Minneapolis is showing up and the way that the federal government is showing up. I want you to look at the difference between the elected leaders and our chief that you've heard talk just before me. They're calling for peace. They're calling for peace notwithstanding this horrific action from the federal government. What are they doing? They're not investigating the person that killed our citizens. They're investigating us.
That fraud. Yeah, I know you want that fraud shit to go away. Yeah, that fraud shit needs to go away for you guys. That was a big deal.
That narrative is making people less safe.
Yeah, the fraud's a big problem for y'all. I get it.
Have spent the last few weeks making our views clear, standing our ground, but also reaching out to this administration, to Republican leaders, to try to get them to understand how dangerous.
Money talks, man. You're talking about millions of dollars.
With chiefs from across.
Yeah, we got to come up with something else and move these people on.
Was on this call.
People get arrested, locked up.
They have been reaching out, some of them publicly, some of them behind closed doors. The business community has been reaching out. I have been personally reaching out to the president's chief of staff and spoken with her. We have done this day after day after day, so we're not just shutting out any discussions, but we've been explaining to them, and I know the governor has, how dangerous this situation is. And I have specifically told people that someone else was going to die. I said this a few days ago. I said it might be by a car, it might be by some other way.
What's that?
It just seems like
What are your part?
that they're going to de-escalate, and then they keep escalating it up. Right now, I hope they're listening, and I mostly hope that our Republican colleagues are listening and that they will step in, even if it's behind closed doors. If they will make those calls and say, we've got to end this now, and we've got to bring those people out of Minnesota and let our local law enforcement do our jobs. And I'll let some of my colleagues answer this.
Well, I'll just say that I completely agree with the mayor and the senator.
Klobuchar. What's her name? Amy
Klobuchar. It is
Klobuchar.
my obligation as a United States Senator to speak about what I think is happening in my state and to define it for what I think it is. That is my job. And one thing I have learned about this president is that he does not respond to appeasement. He is a bully. He does not respond to people who appease him. He responds much better to strength than he does to weakness. And I think what we have seen in this state, I am so proud of it. We have seen a combination of strength and peacefulness that really says who we are. And I believe that that is our best path forward for trying to convince this administration that the path that they are on is dangerous to public safety, and it is a losing path that they must abandon.
It will be over when we speak as one voice,
You get a little drink.
as one Minnesota, as everybody has.
It'll never be over.
You know, ICE was here in June, and there wasn't any problem. We weren't happy about it. There were people who we were concerned about the way that deportations and arrests were happening. We were worried. But we handled it in a peaceful way. The escalation now is not because Minnesota changed. It is because this White House and Stephen Miller have decided to change their tactics here. It will end when our colleagues who are hearing from their constituents because they are reaching out to me and others, listen to their constituents and stand with their constituents and not stand with a White House that is not following the Constitution, breaking our laws, and not living up to the values of this country. That's when it will end.
What do you think the end game? What do you think the end game is for Donald Trump at this point? What is he hoping to accomplish with this? Anybody out there?
Oh shit.
Anybody knows. Look, I do not pretend to know what Donald Trump is thinking.
Shit.
I do know what they're saying publicly. And on the one hand, they are talking about this being an action that is required for safety, and it is doing exactly the opposite. It is creating danger in our state. Again, if this were about safety, there would be many, many options. Our governor has stated, I have stated, we are very much willing, in fact, we have been working with them to apprehend violent offenders, to prosecute these cases, to get criminals off of the streets.
Oh, please.
That is not what we are talking about right now. What they are also saying is that this is simply political retaliation.
That's what you just said.
They are saying this is political
You
retribution.
just said that.
And it's focused here on a blue city in a blue state. That's not how America works. Other countries function that way. We don't. And so no matter your background or your ideology, this should be of deep concern for you no matter what town you're in America, because your town could be next. Your liberties, your freedoms could be sacrificed.
I might be next.
Because of what this
They keep saying I'm brown. They said I might be next. Watch my back.
I know our end game, and our end game is to keep Minnesota safe. And so we are asking that ICE get off of our streets and out of our state. Thank you.
Cloverjaw. Cloverfield. Chlamydia. Oh, all right. So I missed a lot, I see. Let's take a look at some of the peacefulness and peaceful protests.
My name is Kyle. I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out. They fucked up, okay? Go watch my other videos. Doesn't matter if you're not here and you're not caught up. You missed the fucking fight. But if you are, it's time to suit up. Boots on the ground. Nicollet and fucking 26th. My house is 4 blocks away. Anywhere between Franklin and Nicollet and 26th and Nicollet. Show up, ready to go. Okay, not talking about peaceful protests anymore. We're not talking about having polite conversations anymore. I am talking specifically to my fucking followers. This is everything I have fucking talked about, and this is exactly what I said was gonna happen. This is exactly what I said was gonna fucking come when we didn't fucking go and march on fucking Whipple with guns. Sorry. But welcome to America 2026, where Second Amendment is the only thing that's going to keep you fucking protected from literal fucking Nazi gunmen that are killing innocent people in the street with impunity. This is not a fucking joke. There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your fucking guns and stop these fucking people.
Damn. You need to put on a watch list. There's nothing to joke about, nothing to play about. And they didn't keep an eye on his ass. He might be planning something. He might be. Man, it's crazy. I missed a lot, man. I was gone for hours, man. I went to go spend some time with family, so. Man, there was this person that had their finger bitten off. What the? Bitten off. No.
All right. In the next hour, I'm going to release a report that's got all the video blown up from different angles.
What happened?
Of Alex Pretti being killed.
They're starting a fire!
Big anti-ICE.
Oh, maybe it's just maybe it's a campfire. Hold on. Shit. Goddamn thing. Maybe it's a campfire, like a peaceful. It's probably just, it's just a gathering. It's cold out there. Got to be optimistic. They're a campfire warming their hands up. That's got to be what it is, right? Let's put Alex in a smaller screen. Cold as shit out there. I thought the end of the world was coming. This people got a lot of time. Do they have stock supplies? They said the world was going to freeze over. Half of the U.S., a part of the U.S. Are they stocked up? Do they have water, supplies, food, gas, propane?
Riots in Minneapolis, Minnesota today. And you can see right there that they tackling, their guns aren't out. You hear a gun go off, ICE runs back. They clearly believe he's pulling a gun. He starts getting up, and then they shoot him. So regardless, it's a clean shoot. They're coming to try to impede federal law enforcement carrying out court orders and warrants. This has never been an issue before because they've never had Democrats uprise against it. You have the mayors and governors and Democrats in Congress saying it's all illegal, telling the public they're Nazis, telling them rise up to create the power.
I feel like that's really basically what they're saying. Like, phrase up there, like, "Yo, we're not gonna take it. He's not even he's not gonna whatever. You know, they're gonna defy the order or whatever." I think he's telling people without calling for it. He's saying you have to take it to the next level.
Kegels to the Podesta plan. So look for that report and the facts with all the different angles blown up right here at Relog Shows on X and Infowars.com.
Yeah, man. What did I miss? You guys tell me. What did I miss? Oh, shit. What did I miss? Let me see. I have some other stuff, though. Oh, crap. I do have some other stuff. Oh, shit. He's out. The guy we just saw, his name is Kyle, the self-proclaimed Antifa. Yelling, grab guns, and blast ICE agents. What? Let's see. It's the same guy. ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! The guy looks like he's on a mission. ICE out! ICE out! Cold. Ice cold on a mission, man. National Guard rolling into the Minneapolis. Tim Walz knows has left this base, is getting ready to destroy the city again. I think they know what's coming too. It's about to get crazy. I wonder how it's going to be tonight. But some people, I got to look at the video. I mean, what do you guys think in the chat? Was the shooting justified or not? I saw 2 videos. I think there's more videos. I'm gonna look around and see more. Was the shooting justified or not? Did he have the gun on him when they shot him? Because they said the gun was recovered. Was it recovered from him? Like on his waistband, or was it from his vehicle, or what? Let's see what Asmund Gold had to say, an expert in the field of, I don't know. Yeah.
Renée Good. I think that it was much more ambiguous. I think that it's very obvious that if you're shooting an unarmed man whenever they're being restrained by 6 other people or 7 other people, very, very clearly your life was not in danger. You're not defending yourself from a deadly threat. This person's unarmed, and that's it. There's literally no excuse for it. And I'm a big supporter of ICE. I think ICE is great. I think they should deport every single illegal alien in the country.
Oh, shit.
All that being said,
want to do a poll?
You can't have ICE. Because I'm a supporter of ICE, that means that I need to have accountability for ICE. And let me explain what I mean by that. If you have a police department that's not accountable, or a law enforcement agency that's not accountable, that basically is the Gestapo. That is the secret police. That is the SS.
Is this AI?
What Gestapo was, right, is you had no recourse, they had no accountability, there was nothing that happened to them if they did something wrong, they could kill you for whatever reason they wanted, and you have to have laws that make police accountable, because that's the other big component. Anyone with a concealed carry knows you should always comply with police, announce your weapon, and de-escalate all potentially dangerous situations, at least in my state. The guy intentionally gets in the way and involved in an escalating situation. Absolutely retarded behavior from a concealed carrier. I think you're totally right. I do. I think you're completely right. I think this is absolutely fucking retarded to do. And at the end of the day, if he had complied with the police, if he didn't have the gun with him, there is a much higher probability that he wouldn't have been shot.
The man appears to be holding a smartphone at his chest, indicating he might be recording. Where's his phone now?
There is. It's undeniable this is the case. And I feel like that nuance is constantly lost. Because you can easily come to the conclusion that maybe the way that they shot him was wrong. And based off of everything that I've seen, I'm pretty certain that they fucked up.
So is this picture here supposed to be his waistband or something? The gun on the waistband?
I am. This seems pretty cut and dried that they fucked up. Now, I'm not, we need to wait for the body cam, and that way we'll really know. But right now, it sure seems like they fucked up. But it would have never happened if he didn't do that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to have to see, bro. Oops. I have more video. If you have stuff, just tag me right now on X if you want, or I don't know how you would send it to me. Christy Nome says the Minnesota governor and Minneapolis mayor need to take a long, hard look in the mirror. They need to evaluate their rhetoric. They're saying there's another angle. Okay, let's take a look at this. They're saying another angle. Zoom in a little bit. What's going on here? So he's spraying a bunch of... Oh, let's start that over. So something's happening here on the side. Fuck you, assholes. He's pushing people. I don't know who these people are. Oh. Wait, is that the ice guy? I don't understand. Maybe that's ice. Oh, okay. So the ice guy is pushing people up in here. It's hard to see. He's pushing. Something was happening. He pushed this person off. Pushed that person. Go away or something. Don't touch me. Then he gets pushed. Sprayed. Let's back up. Tries to. Nobody can stand up. The floor's slippery. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The videos that I've seen, it's just so hard. You can't even see shit. I don't know how people have said they've slowed the video down and they see. I haven't seen a damn thing that indicates either way. You just can't see shit. Justified, thanks for your due. Charlie, thank you for the 10. Appreciate that. The poll right now, 66% say yes, 34% say no. Kamel, he is choking the person with the backpack. Let me see if I got other videos or angles. History repeating itself. Oh, apparently they found that same guy, the Antifa guy, Kyle. I guess the guy was in a dress or something, the leader of Antifa. Let me see, what is it now? Okay. Oh.
I do this all year.
Hell?
All the time. I'm out and about like this because I do it for me all year. All the time. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yep. I'm a fucking blue collar fuck of a dude all day long. And then at least a few times every week, I like to get real clean and pretty and go out, shoot pool or get dinner, maybe go dance. You never fucking know. Right? But I don't need a fucking parade to celebrate.
Oh.
I don't need to be groped and harassed and catcalled and treated like a bunch of fucking cis women who fucking give me side eyes in public when I do this the rest of the fucking year. Who mumble to themselves and fucking have all kinds of things to say behind my back. All of you, fuck off.
Wow. Okay, leader of Antifa. Keep an eye on this guy. Okay, let me see what people have tagged me in. Newly obtained video. Okay, let's check this out, guys. Katerina tagged me. Newly obtained video by the Associated Press captures Alex Jeffrey Pretti speaking with a couple of agents in the street right before he was gunned down. Really short clip. We'll do the zoom in.
Things got buried.
I don't understand about these videos is where are all these people with iPhones and Samsungs? Everybody has the latest phone, and somehow when these videos are released, it's muffled, 2 megapixel. What the heck?
Things got buried.
Everybody, these children got iPhone 17s and 16s.
Yeah, unroll your windows. No, you're just right inside. Let's go around.
I mean, what the hell was I supposed to see there? I guess we just have to keep getting all the little pieces. Maybe we should look into this person that was shot and killed. January 24th, 2026, a 37-year-old Minneapolis man named Alex Jeffrey Pretti, sometimes reported as Alex Pretti, was fatally shot, specifically involving Border Patrol. Okay, near around Nicollet Avenue and 26th Street, outside a donut shop, the Glam Doll Donuts. Multiple bystanders, widely shared and verified by NBC, New York Times, Guardian, show Pretti, who appears to have been recording and observing federal agents, possibly protesting or intervening as a bystander. Okay. Agents engaging him with aggressively, including pepper spraying him, a physical struggle where agents tackle him to the ground with multiple officers on top of him. One agent reportedly removing a handgun. Oh, that's what I thought I saw. It look at one. So they removed it. Okay, they said they removed it from his waist holster area. Shots fired while he was pinned down. Damn. Accounts vary on the exact number. One agent reportedly removing a handgun, a SIG 6 Sauer 320, from Pretti's waist holster area. That is crazy. If they did, I don't know. So if he's down or they're fighting, they take a gun from him, and then he's pinned down and shot after. That's messed up. But I don't know. I mean, in their mind, are they thinking, shit, does he have another gun? What's the communication like? It's a rumble and tussle. Okay. So from the DHS Border Patrol, a statement by figures like Homeland Security, Christy Noem says, Pretti approached agents armed with a 9mm, plus they did say extra magazines. He resisted disarmament violently. The agent feared for his life, firing defensive shots. Now, the contrasting views. Okay, so Pretti was a U.S. citizen, with no significant criminal record. He was holding a phone, not visibly brandishing a gun in many angles. He may have been trying to help bystanders or protesters. Video appears to show him disarmed before being shot while restrained. That's fucking crazy. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, because I saw the video earlier. But again, it's just so hard to see in the scuffle. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to wait to really have judgment a little bit, trying to wait. But a shot goes off And then like the one, I don't know what that first shot was. I guess I'm assuming, I don't know if it was the officer or Pretti, but some cop starts shooting. And he's literally laying down. He's like flat and just getting popped, pop, 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 pop. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one, I think. Let me see what I'm being tagged in. Antifa has now shut down 4 blocks in Minneapolis. Well, Antifa's not going to take advantage of this. Tonight's maybe going to be the purge night. I don't know. Let me see what's going on here. It's shut down. Let me see this shit. That's why they're bringing in the National Guard. Because these people know what's coming. Even Frey and Waltz, they know what's coming. They asked for the National Guard, but Trump might have to step in and take charge of them. I don't understand how these people could just loiter like all day long. There's no responsibility, no fucking like, yo, I gotta go work, I gotta pay this bill, I gotta go to the dentist. I went to the dentist today. I got a doctor appointment. My child has a program today or some shit. You know, these people just loiter 24/7 all day long in the streets. Like zombies, yo. What is this shit? Got nothing to do. Don't you got to do laundry today for the week? Or you don't do laundry? D1957. Thank you for the 5. My guess is either the pistol whippers go. Oh, that's possible too. I didn't think about that. My guess is either the pistol whipper's gun went off, scaring the others to shoot, or the guy running away accidentally discharged, causing others to shoot. Damn, man. Oh, we saw the TMZ thing, right? Yeah, this dude's a nut. I just showed this to the people. Thanks. Check out this. You just showed another clip. Oh, wait, is this a different one? I think I just played this. Let me see.
My name is Kyle. I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out. They fucked up. Okay?
Yeah, we saw that. That's the guy I just showed on the dress. It's crazy, man. Oh, and the person that was shot and killed today. So yeah, American citizen Alex Jeffrey Pretti, 37 years old, lifelong Minneapolis resident, worked as an ICU nurse. Oh man. Reportedly serving veterans, among others, described by family as deeply caring and compassionate. His father, Michael Pretti, told the media he was very upset about ICE actions and immigration enforcement tactics. Family and advocates portray him as someone who cared about people deeply and was not a threat, but rather involved in community concerns. Woo! Okay. Let me see what else. How you guys doing today, man? Ooh. Do we know how many shots were fired? No. I don't know why. That I can prep. That's a good question about why was he carrying all those. Didn't say he said he had extra magazines. What was up with that? Sorry. Wow. James O'Keefe just posted he's getting death threats. They told him he has to leave. He has 1 hour to leave. James O'Keefe is out there? You know, I think it's only a matter of time before one of these agents gets shot and killed, or somebody that's counter protesting, because people are on edge. You said James O'Keefe? James O'Keefe is out there? Oh shit. Let's check it out. Thank you for sharing. I had no idea he was out there.
No need yo bring gun for a peaceful protest.
Yeah, I think that too. Like, I don't know. Why bring a gun? We're going to take a look at this in a second. James O'Keefe. Okay. James O'Keefe. Okay, let's see. Let's do that. So let's check out his page over here. I see why Asmongold was saying what he was saying now. Now that I see this other information. Okay, let's check out. Oh, yeah. Cam Higbee said he had infiltrated the signal group for these, I guess, protesters. They move in sync. They definitely obviously have communication. Read the messages we have received. We know you're in Minneapolis. Oh, snap. We know you're in Minneapolis and his crew of Nazis. You're in a white forward license plate from Florida. You have 1 hour to leave. Oh, shit. That is crazy.
This is James O'Keefe in downtown Minneapolis. We have a team of undercover reporters still inside the mob. I was at the scene of the shooting covering it this morning, and basically we barely got out of there alive. Wow. There were a few hundred that surrounded us, started throwing ice bottles at us. Wow. A few hit us, hit our vehicle. They were starting to rip off my bulletproof vest, so we got out of there. We were followed, we were tailed, and here we are right now. We just got this message, and it says, we know that you're in Minneapolis. You're with O'Keefe and his crew of Nazis. You're in a white Ford license plate. They actually wrote the license plate down from Florida. You have 1 hour to leave or you're dead. You have 1 hour to leave or you're dead. We are going to produce our footage, gathering everything we've got from this weekend. We're going to put our report together along with the hidden camera footage that we have. We still have undercover people in the field. Please pray for my team's safety. This is worse than anything I could have possibly imagined. I have security with me, former Marine, and he said that it was worse than overseas, and it was certainly anything worse than I've seen the cartel at the border. We're going to contact law enforcement, DHS, and the FBI, and we're going to try to get out of here safely so we can bring the news to you. Stay tuned for our report coming Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
Tuesday? You gotta wait till Tuesday for the shit? We'll be talking about something else by Tuesday. Wow. James O'Keefe. Okay. Okay. So Tim posted. Yeah, it might actually be looking bad for this particular situation, this shooting of Pretti. Tim Pool says, empty hand, then gun in hand. It appears that the man may have been disarmed before being shot. This is a chain of events in a greater conflict. Neither side cares at this point what justifies it or doesn't. I don't see Trump winning this one. New slow footage raises questions. And this is, this is the earlier one I saw. I couldn't see anything, but let's try again. Okay, empty hand. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Empty hand. Empty hand. Oh, hand and gun. Oh, yeah. He disarmed him. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. I wonder what happened here. I mean, as far as like, it's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. Is somebody nice going to be charged now? Is he fit? What do you guys think now? Does that change anybody's perspective? I don't know. I think it looks bad. Could have been edited. Yeah, I think it looks bad, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Because I wonder if this guy that took the gun yelled, "He's armed!" after he took the gun or some shit, and then they just started popping him. I don't know. You couldn't hear. So the first shot was not this guy, Pretti. That's what I couldn't tell before. I didn't know. I was like, who shot the first shot? Was it Pretti or something? This guy had already taken the gun away. Damn. What the fuck happened, yo? Wow. Cinema. He went for the officer's gun. Slow-mo it. They're saying he went for the gun? The footage from the woman in the pink has been released, giving us another angle. I zoomed in and slowed it down, and it looks like he picked the gun up from the ground before he reached toward the suspect's waistband. You can see something gun-shaped in his hand. I go over that part a couple of times before continuing on to the point where the man is shot. So I think one of the other officers fumbled their firearm, and the guy in the gray picked it up. What? So I don't think he took it from the suspect or disarmed him. The suspect may have still had the gun, but I don't see from this video either if that's the case, if he ever pulled it or reached for it. Oh crap! Sorry, we got this guy over here. Okay, let's look at that again. Let's zoom it in. Zoom it in a little bit. I picked up something there.
Thank you all for being here. I'll have a short statement, then I'll turn it over to Department of Public Safety Commissioner Bob Jacobson to update the situation.
Is he saying the guy dropped his gun? He pulls a gun. This ICE agent pulls his gun. Is that where he shot him, or what did he do? Let's see. You said he pulled a loaded gun on federal agents. End of story. Is that a gun? Just look at the form. I guess that's the guy. Oh. Yeah, probably is going to get crazy this evening. Local businesses are boarding up. Oh, here we go. It's like repeats of George Floyd. Local businesses are boarding up as hundreds of protesters continue to arrive on site off the blocked off intersection as it nears dark here in the Whittier neighborhood of Minneapolis. Whoa.
Yeah, I can them on top. Okay. So they don't have to lift them up like. Get them in good enough, Mikey? Yeah. All right, then don't lift them. Just put them up, okay? Yeah, I can them on top. Okay. So they don't have to lift them up, Mike. Get them in good enough.
Yeah, people are saying that the victim's gun was already taken, and then he was shot and killed while laying down.
Oh my God!
It's a damn shame, man. People getting killed, though. Jeez. Hernando said justified shooting. That's what Hernando says. Hernando Arce on X. Let's see. Justified shooting. Here it is. Slowed down. First shot was from a position and angle that originated from the suspect, and the impact on the pavement can be witnessed. The pause after the officers reacting, and then follow shots coming from officers they engage. What was I supposed to see there? There's nothing. What? Jam Cracker, I'm sorry I missed your super chat the other day. Forgive me. And thank you for the super chat now. Well, I think the agent yelled gun when he saw it, and agents overreacted. It sucks for sure. Tension is so high. That's what I'm wondering. And the way that agent, he grabbed the gun, and I understand he grabbed the gun, and he's supposed to, I guess, remove it from the situation. But that agent took off. I think that too. I think that agent just saw the gun, disarmed him, and said he's armed or some shit, and then they just started. Maybe they started shooting. Damn, a nurse, bro. ICU nurse. That's fucked. We're gonna have to wait, continue to wait and see what else comes out.
Not vegetarian. Let's just throw this on. It's gonna be fun though. It's actually gonna be fun. Okay? We'll flip off the collar.
The SIG he had. So somebody's telling me a lot of the protesters bring older phones in case they are arrested. The SIG he had was known to be a gun people use to shoot cops. It's also a gun that often shoots accidentally.
Here they are.
Oh, this is where the guy was shot. Pretty. No way. Jack Posada, thank you, Mel's mom. That's weird. Yeah, somebody named Mel's mom. Mom, is that you? No, I'm just kidding. Jack Posabic posted that reportedly, let's see here. Where's it at? Okay. Alex Pretti's parents speaks out after son's death. They say they warned him not to engage with the feds. That's him right there. Warned him not to engage with the feds. Let's see what the article says, if there's anything interesting. They said he had been carrying a gun with 2 loaded magazines. That's the thing I wonder too. Why all the extra clips and stuff? What was going on with that? Parents said he cared deeply about people. We had a discussion with him about 2 weeks ago or so, that go ahead and protest, but do not engage or do anything stupid, basically. He said he knew that. He owned a gun and had a permit to carry in the state of Minnesota, but had never known him to carry the firearm. The shooting came as ICE agents were conducting an operation. Oh, look at that. Video shows Pretti engaging with officers who then wrestled him to the ground. In one angle of the shooting, officers were heard yelling, "He's got a gun," and then shots rang out. I think it's very possible, from what it looks like, he might have been disarmed already. That agent, it looked like the agent removed the gun. And maybe that guy, I don't know if it was him, screams, "He's got a gun!" And so people's reaction, the cops, agents, they're going to pull out their guns and start shooting, I guess. Damn, dude, that is just...
What the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck, people? The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
Oh yeah, you hear it. You can hear it if you listen. He's got a gun. Let me see. Yeah, gun. He's got a gun. Yeah, I think that guy, when he grabbed that gun, I think he started the kind of the chain reaction of, he's got a gun. So they all just fucking like, oh shit. That's really unfortunate, man. That's really unfortunate. I don't know why, and carrying all those clips out there like that. And then you're tussling with these people with a gun on you. You know what I'm saying? If you're carrying out there, you shouldn't be trying to look for problems. You should be avoiding problems. You don't want to have to shoot somebody for carrying. That's crazy, man.
Something about, I don't want to misquote him or anything, but like less lethal force training or some kind of, I couldn't remember if he used the term de-escalation but he did talk about some element of being well trained in at least less than lethal force. I'll go back and get a clear listen on that. But yeah, again, the videos, the amount of cell phones that were out there, the observers, that's a busy corridor.
Hoke said you put your hands up and tell them you're armed, and they will remove the firearm. That's training. Gun safety 101. Yeah, I would never, if I was like carrying, start trying to like get into a tussle with cops and all this kind of shit. It's unfortunate, man. It really is unfortunate. I hate to see that, Yeah, and everybody's on edge. Everybody's on edge, and it's being hyped up. This is the end of the war or the end of the world. They're coming to take you. You're next. It's your family. Look at Cyrax tripping out. Brandon, thank you for the 5. Appreciate that, Jam. I will save Jordan until the report comes out. Yeah, I'm still holding up. To see. So it doesn't look good, but we'll see, though. Who knows? We'll see what more details come out. That's looking to me, well, that's likely what happened. This guy came out carrying, he had magazines on him or whatever. Some type of confrontation happens. And they're all tussling with him. I think he slipped. He was trying to get up. He slipped. It's ICU. Damn, man.
Indigenous, Latinx, Black person, any person of color, even goes to the store, we are on the ground. We are front line. This is ground zero. We're fighting fascism. We're going to defeat this fascism by staying organized the way we are. The people that have been showing up and have been on every corner, keeping an eye on ICE. We love them because they are keeping us safe and keeping our communities, especially our response teams out here are out here really putting their lives on the line for our safety. And so we come here with our prayers, we come here with our love, and we come here with our resistance to defeat Donald Trump and his fascism.
Say thank you for allowing us to sing a prayer to help our relative Alex on his journey. And I just love
the way the community has come out. You know, I got a lot of respect for you allies, a lot of you brown, black, all the community organizers, everybody. If anything, I just love the chant, so we can just get that chant going. Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck!
So this is where Pretti was shot and killed earlier. I guess they're all setting up out there, have a memorial, and they've gathered around. But also, let me show you something else. There's like some type of barricade or something somewhere. You see right there, they're building a. I wonder if it's the same area. I wonder if they've blocked off that area. But you can see. It reminds me of Chaz, man. It really takes me back to where these people were fortifying and taking over a city, or George Floyd. I don't know. Like they barricaded it off.
But the concern is that it will return to the way it was this morning when federal agents were out here. There was tear gas, a lot of scuffles with law enforcement officers, state and federal. You heard Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara referring to that in the news conference a couple hours ago, and that is why Mayor Frey has called in the National Guard to help out law enforcement with crowd control and any other need.
I can prep. Thank you for the 10 says. If you watch the video that shows all the officers back away and him fall to the ground, there is a moment his hand is still upward and you can see something in it that looks like the pew-pew. I'm going to play a video of, I haven't watched this video, but this guy, let's see, this guy broke down. Of course I lost it. Damn. Looked like an interesting video this guy was talking about. Let's see what this guy had to say here. I'll keep just pulling up clips. I hate to see that people losing their lives over this shit, you know. It's doesn't have to be like that.
Just shot and killed a man in broad fucking daylight again after savagely beating him 10-on-1, beating him, pistol whipping him, beating him with canisters. They executed him, and just kept fucking shooting him. He was just laying there in the street, already fucking dead probably, and just kept shooting him. Nobody fucking wants ICE. Nobody wants a Gestapo, Fourth Reich, fucking Nazi goddamn government. They're gonna keep killing us until we start doing the same back to them. The only fucking response is to start fucking ending them. Start removing them from the board. They should be terrified to go anywhere alone. They should be terrified of getting kidnapped. They should be terrified of their families getting kidnapped. They should be terrified to die. They should be, they want to do this, they want to just start fucking executing us over and over and over again? Fine. Then we need to start doing it back. What the fuck else do you need? This is why I've been talking so much goddamn shit about liberal fucking pussies.
What?
Because you motherfuckers are going to keep pontificating and talking and fundraising for the Democratic Party that's escalating ICE, that's giving them more money so they can kill more of us. All of you.
Oh, shit.
If you do not
What
want
the
the
hell? Look at
immediate
this.
fucking death and removal of ICE agents, then you're not with us. Everyone arm yourselves. Everyone protect yourselves and your neighbors. If you see these fucking Gestapo fucks, you fucking end them. That's where the fuck we are. They were beating him 10-on-1, had him held down in the fucking street, and then started shooting him. Oh, yeah, no, the guy, sure, they're gonna say, oh, he would grab for a gun. Yeah, if I was getting pistol whipped, I'd try to grab the fucking gun too. They were gonna kill him regardless. No matter how that situation is, no matter, he could have been screaming, I surrender, please, leave me alone. It doesn't matter what the fuck you say. They want to inflict pain. If they can't inflict pain, they'll move on to the next person that they can. He was dead the moment he was fucking stopped by ICE. It can and will happen to anyone.
Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, tonight might be, I guess I'm going to have to prepare myself, man, to be here tonight. The only problem is at 8 o'clock, that guy's climbing the tower. Is Holden still climbing the tower? I have to watch the tower. This guy he's climbing this shit, because there's only one other person that climbed it, I guess, but he used safety ropes and stuff. And so he's bored and he just wants to be the one that does it without safety rope. I'm just kind of kidding. He is climbing though, but he's like a legend. And he's going to do it with no ropes, no support, nothing. If he falls, he falls on live stream. I don't know if he falls. Are they going to pan the camera away? They're going to keep the camera on. At some point, they have to turn it away. What's the logistics? How does that work? I don't know. All right, let's see. Okay, this video. Chaz, man, they're taking this shit over again. It looks like, I mean, I don't know what happened before this, but it looks like he might have been trying to go in there and like, hey, man, leave him alone or something. Got pushed. They're trying to pick him up, trying to get him up, but he slipped. The weather conditions, everything's slippery. Slips and falls. Can't stand up. No. Got him down. Yeah. Happened so fast too. Yeah, then that's what happened. Disarmed, yells he's got a gun, and the other people react because I guess they think they're gonna get shot. He has a gun, even though he had a gun. Really, he didn't. But who knows? Who's to say too? Like, oh, he could have had other guns or something. It's just in that kind of situation, man. There's so much going on, chaos and craziness. How do you communicate? Like, what is it? James O'Keefe said he's getting death threats out there. They're looking for him. They say they know he's out there. You better send somebody else, James. One of the undercover reporters, send somebody else. You don't need to be out there. Oh, he's armed. He's armed. Look at that. Militia. They're ready. They're taking over. This is Chaz, man. Chaz 2.0. We need a better title. We need a better thumbnail. We got to rearrange and change everything in preparation for tonight. Chaz. I want to go to Chaz, man. Free movie night. Oh, shit.
Nobody noticed?
Nobody noticed at all. Yeah, that would have been crazy. Hey, dude, I like the
They're taking over this shit. Chaz, bro, we taking over. Ain't nothing y'all can do. Look at this. Barricading the city, taking over the block.
Copper?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so let me do, you're not going to be on camera, right?
I can be the point guard.
Okay. I mean, you can both, you don't have to pause.
Special ops, yeah. Okay, let's listen to what this person had to say here. Oh, man.
Today, this could have just as easily been me that got shot.
Why? Why so?
Because I'm a Minnesota permit carrier. I love donuts. I could have been in the donut shop. I would have came out and I probably would have filmed ICE because I don't think what they're doing is right. And so I had to come down here and see the spot. And I just can't believe that they shot him in cold blood.
As a Minnesotan, seeing everybody out here today, you said that you were also out on these streets during 2020. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I rode my bike down here after they killed George Floyd, and I cried after what I saw that they did to my neighborhood, and I just pray that everybody stays vigilant but also peaceful, because I don't want to see this happen to my city again. Call in the National Guard, keep things quiet, but get ICE out of here. I don't think ICE belongs here. I've never had a problem in South Minneapolis with immigrants. They feed me, they roof my house, I just don't get it. 3,000 of them? I don't get it. That's why I'm here.
Can I give you a hug, man?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think we need more of that today. That's something easily that we can agree on.
So I'm going to go see the spot and figure out what my next move is.
Okay. You take care of yourself, and that's what's most important today.
All right,
okay.
guys,
Thank you very much.
Chaz, we're taking over. You guys remember Chaz, man? The Dream was Seattle. Taking the dumpsters, cordoning it off, barricading it. We're going to take over the city. I guess they're just saying, you know what, let these people have it. Fuck it. Let them get tired or something. What's that, jihad stuff? Hello. What the hell's going on over there? Hello. Hello. Oh my god, okay.
Barricaded is.
Hello. What are they searching? Trash? Wood.
Yeah, Mom moved that whole thing and everything. I did not realize it was plastic.
Why, if I can probably thank you for the 10. If you watch the video that shows all the officers back when and him fall to the ground, there was a moment they said, "Oh yeah, I read that now." Yo, Jim Cracker, thank you for the vibe. What are they building? Wood stored in trash can. What the hell is that? Wood stored in trash cans? Yeah, we're right. I gotta use the bathroom. Right back. they got a fire going and shit. Oh. It's Chaz, man. This is like the hangout for tonight.
Yeah, they're not. No, there's a vigil for Alex down there.
Yeah, imagine if they lived in this shit. Let's check out. They're saying that he tried to reach for his holster. Kim Katie USA posted this video. At the 27 mark, he tried to reach for his holster. This is a 21 mark, though. Oh. Is that a shot or what? Oh, like a shot, man. This is the 27 mark right here. I mean, it's just so hard to see anything. Saying here's where he reached for his holster. Even though by that time, I think, doesn't the guy take the gun already? Oh, look at this guy right here. With the hat on or whatever this is, cap on, he's the one that grabbed the gun. He pulled right here. I think he gets the gun. I think supposedly he takes a gun right there. Yeah, he pulled a gun right there. At that moment, I think that's where you hear the shot. Yeah, then you hear the shot because the people screamed out. He's got a gun. I don't know what she's talking about, the 27 mark. He's reaching for his gun after he's been shot, I guess. What's she saying? Yeah, he was already shot. He'd already taken his gun. There's nothing to reach for. I mean, maybe he still thought it was there. I don't know, but... Okay, let me see what else we got, because there was some other video. There was a video that looked really interesting, and I lost it. Thought I bookmarked it. Or is it on my phone? Might have been looking at it on my phone. Oh, yes, it is on my phone. But I did bookmark it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. My God. God help me. Check this out.
So this is the gun at the scene, the shooter's gun. And I'm familiar with this gun. This is a SIG 320. Gosh, what do they call it? The AXG, I think.
And it is after they took his gun that the shot was fired.
Yeah, AXG. The SIG 320 AXG Combat. You can see it has a threaded barrel, just like the suspect's gun. This image is from the SIG website, so it doesn't have the optional optic on it, which this guy has, which, by the way, is a SIG optic, a Romeo 2 optic. 9mm pistol, high capacity. This magazine might be the 20 or 21 round magazine, the way it's extending from the gun. This is not an inexpensive firearm. This gun, just the gun without the optics, sells for anywhere between $1,000 and $1,200 retail. And the optic that's on the shooter's gun is typically another $500 or $600. So we're pushing a couple $1,000s worth of the pistol here. which is not a small amount of money on the gun. Now, I'm going to mention, because someone's going to mention it, like it or not, SIG 320s have developed a reputation, deserved or not, of unintentional discharges.
Yeah, I've heard. That's what Katerina was telling me. Man, if I'm paying for a premium price, I don't want bullshit. I need something reliable.
Meaning if they're dropped,
boom,
sometimes they go off when they're not supposed to. They're supposed to be drop safe. But there's been lots of press coverage and lawsuits about people like just putting a primer in the gun and dropping it. The primer goes off. That's not supposed to happen. There's been lots of lawsuits where people say, I bumped the gun in the holster and it just went off and shot me in the leg, that kind of stuff. In this case, it's beginning to look, at least initially, as if one of the ICE guys perceived the gun on the suspect, this gun, and took it off his person and was turning away, walking away with the gun to secure it from the suspect. But what might have happened, remember, there's a whole bunch of officers involved. They're not all, Ethernet cable to each other's brains. They're all seeing different things. And one officer might have seen the gun and said the word gun. And that might have triggered that first shot by an officer. And then all the other officers begin shooting in response to that initial discharge. That does not make the shooting unlawful. It would be an awful but lawful shooting. So what's required for the shooting to be lawful? The officers have to have a reasonable perception of an imminent threat of unlawful deadly force harm. That's it. If the answer to that is yes, this is a lawful shoot. They're struggling with this gun. If they perceive this guy as being non-compliant with arrest, fighting with officers, as reaching for a weapon, they will have reasonably perceived an imminent threat of unlawful deadly force harm, justifying their use of deadly defensive force. And their perception does not have to be correct. Their perception has to be reasonable. We're not required to make perfect decisions in self-defense. Police, too. We're required to make reasonable decisions in self-defense. If an officer heard a fellow officer shout gun, and officers are allowed to rely on the expertise of training on their fellow officers, they don't personally need to see the threat themselves. If another officer with whom they're working in that event shouts out that the triggering event has been observed by a fellow officer, that's enough for another officer to resort to the use of deadly defensive force. They're allowed to rely on their reasonable perceptions of the other officer's communications and conduct. Happens all the time because everyone knows the officers have different perspectives or seeing different things at any given time. Every officer does not personally need to see the threat. He has to have a reasonable belief that the threat is present. That can be based on a reliance of what other officers communicate to him. So if one officer shouts gun, all the other officers are going to be prepared to, and some of them will shoot, as appears to be what happened here. When you get in a physical brawl with a bunch of armed law enforcement officers and you have a gun on your person, you're running a serious risk of getting fatally shot in the course of that confrontation. The moment they see that gun, they've reasonably perceived an imminent threat of deadly, unlawful force against them, and they'll justifiably respond with deadly defensive force. By the way, it's not uncommon for police officers to shoot other police officers. Like two plainclothes police officers respond to a scene of violence, see each other with guns in hand, and one shoots the other. And it's a justified shooting.
What?
Because the shooter, although he wasn't actually shooting a criminal, and that other person was a fellow police officer unknown to him, was not actually a deadly force threat to him. He was reasonably perceived, given the circumstances, as an imminent, unlawful threat of deadly force harm, and therefore it was justified to use deadly defensive force.
Man, I never seen this guy. The Andrew Branca show. Okay, interesting. I'm assuming he's a lawyer. Looks like a lawyer. Attorney providing pro-America, pro-Constitution. Okay. All right. Oh, what the hell happened in the we turned and the shit's crazy now. Holy shit.
That's the space that we're holding. Please keep moving. We have to keep moving to let them come towards us.
Come on, guys. Let's move back towards the street.
Towards 26. Please keep moving towards that way. Thank you so much. We have to keep each other safe. Who keeps us safe? 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 When I say fuck ICE, you say ICE out, alright? Fuck ICE! ICE out! 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 Fuck ICE! ICE out!
Oh, he's based? Okay. Something.
I just want us to take a moment to remember Alex. We're gonna say his name, okay? Say his name! Alex! 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 Say his name! Alex Pretti! 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 Say his name! Alex Pretti!
Gave us a little perspective of what the protests kind of looked like from his perspective. Mike, you've been there for a while now. We kind of hear some of those chants. We know some of the people from Whittier Park have kind of made their way toward you. What are you seeing from where you are?
Yeah, they made our way here. They made their way here, I should say, within the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. Several hundred people, anyway, here at the corner of 27th and Nicollet. This is near where the shooting happened. The shooting happened kind of down Nicollet Ave, closer to the 26th intersection. There is a vehicle in the front, in the center of the intersection here, with a couple of people standing with speakers, shouting, getting the crowd to chant. Looks like they're on the back, the bed of a pickup truck. They kind of filled the intersection, and this all happened. This really popped up maybe within the last 10 minutes or so. I know that you guys had taken a live shot, you'd taken a look at our camera a few minutes ago, and really that was just minutes after it all happened. As far as law enforcement in this area, I know that's also been a question. I had mentioned during my last report that I could see some Minneapolis police officers maybe a block or two away, just kind of blocking off the road. I can see they're flashing lights on their squad cars, but I have not seen any National Guard members. We know, of course, that they will be wearing neon jackets to distinguish themselves from federal agents, but we have not seen any of them yet. They are continuing to chant. It is peaceful. I have not seen or heard any issues at this point. Many people with signs. I see someone with a flag on a large pole. People with some makeshift instruments. Looks like they're banging on some trash barrels or trash cans or whatever they can find. We will continue to stay out here and monitor things, and if the atmosphere changes, we'll of course let you know as soon as we see anything.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I think we're going to let this play out a little bit, kind of take you to the scene and let the sounds of what's happening there just play out, and so we can kind of get a feel for what is being said and some of the sights and sounds out there.
Say his name! Say his name! his name. Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE.
And we also want to remember all of the immigrants who have been detained here in Minneapolis since the beginning of Operation Metro Surge. Those who have been ripped from their families, isolated in the worst conditions you can imagine, including one man who was detained in Minneapolis and moved to Texas, where he died because of their neglect and abuse. Everyone say, Victor Manuel Diaz! We will remember Victor Manuel Diaz! Louder! Victor Manuel Diaz! Victor Manuel Diaz! Thank you so much, everybody! The people united will never be defeated! 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 All right, again, if we could have people move further into this blocked off zone or further so that we can let the rest of the march get in here. We are so close to being there. Thank you so much, everybody. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 They build the wall, we tear it down. They build the wall, we tear it down. They build the wall, we
A lot of shouting there, a lot of chants, but she did say that the crowd is moving. We're presuming that that is because that perimeter is being set up, that vehicular perimeter, vehicle perimeter that the chief of police said would be set up around 26th and Nicollet to kind of protect that area there, along with the guard helping out with that as well. And so the woman on the megaphone did just say that they're going to have to move back just a little bit.
Yeah, and I just saw a photo from one of our photojournalists who took a picture of an armored vehicle, looks like a National Guard vehicle from Franklin and First Street, which will then probably mean that they are getting ready to move in and having to move some of those protesters out, because we do know that this zone includes Franklin Avenue to 28th Street and also 35W to Pillsbury Avenue as well. But at the same time, that's interesting because we heard all of that and we're seeing some of the movement, but we're also seeing this shot there on your right-hand side of this memorial that is growing right now. You can see the candles are lit, some of the flowers, and
a lot of people just standing around and not moving.
Exactly.
So it's a little unclear from our vantage point exactly.
But maybe that's just how big the crowd is as well, because we see some movement, but then, it doesn't look like anyone is moving on the right-hand side as well. So this will be kind of interesting to watch this play out. I was hoping at one point, and maybe we can get Mike Manzoni, who was on the ground there, to maybe talk us through what some of this process is looking like as they are beginning to move out. But again, you're looking at the memorial right now for 37-year-old Alex Pretti.
Yep, that's at 26th and Nicollet. Happened just after 9 o'clock this morning. There was a targeted operation by ICE agents, Border Patrol agents who were there. It was a targeted operation. There were, as there has been at almost all of the operations by federal agents, there have been some protesters there. The whistles were going off, the horns were honking, and that kind of thing. And you do see Alex Pretti at least shooting some video. He's in the middle of the street. It's unclear what led up to the actual confrontation between agents and Pretti. There's some different angles of the actual struggle, but we're missing some key moments, seconds really, leading up to the actual shooting. So a lot to be learned still. But yeah, this happening just after 9 o'clock this morning. And then, of course, the protesters came out in droves, and it's been kind of like this all day long. But it does remain peaceful this evening. There were some concerns that as night fell, things would get kind of out of hand. I think MPD trying to make sure they don't let that happen by setting up this perimeter and such.
Yeah, we have seen the effects and the adjustments being made as well. Twins Fest, of course, was going on today. That was shut down. We also know that the Minnesota Timberwolves are playing the Golden State Warriors today. That game was supposed to be at 4:30 tonight. That was rescheduled for tomorrow, I believe, at the same time. Right. So many people making those adjustments after what happened here.
Yeah, and then just the people who live around there making adjustments, closing their businesses, or the residents who don't want to be part of this protest, kind of, hunkering down inside their own places, their apartments or homes or whatever's around there. But then, of course, we have hundreds out there tonight. They're involved in these chants. They're lighting candles around the memorial that is there. At 26th and Nicollet, it looks like, a lot of candles, that kind of thing, and some signs, and I think maybe a cross remembering Alex Pretti, who was shot and killed.
And remember, it is -4 out there right now, so you can see, when you can see your breath. It's just been really, really cold. We've been talking about that over the last couple of days. Been brutally cold, but people have consistently showed up. We saw thousands and thousands of protesters just yesterday downtown Minneapolis as they voiced their concerns, and we're kind of seeing that same thing here tonight.
Learning a little bit more about Alex Pretti. He was an ICU nurse. I'm reading, too, that he worked at the VA and then the University of Minnesota, saying he was a 2011 graduate of the U from the College of Liberal Arts. And they recognize his passing, and their hearts, of course, going out to his family who are grieving his loss, no doubt, tonight.
Yeah, and I imagine we'll learn a lot more about Alex over the next few days or so. Yeah, we have heard his family say, we recently talked to him about this very thing, about protesting and just about being safe. And I can only imagine, what his family is feeling right now.
Oh, no doubt. And a lot of people are feeling it. Sounds like we have Mike Manzoni, who has been on the ground for us around these protests. He's live there for us tonight around where the protest and the shooting scene has happened. Mike, what can you tell us?
Karen, we're at 27th and Nicollet, not far from where that shooting happened this morning. Several hundred demonstrators have come out here. They marched this way from another area, maybe within the last 25 or 30 minutes. You can see, you can hear, they are chanting, they are holding signs, they are waving flags, holding candles, demanding that ICE leave the state. This is a loud, as you can hear, but at least for now, peaceful protest, demonstration. We were talking earlier about kind of how the mechanics of all this would play out with that exclusionary zone that the Minneapolis Police Department is going to be setting up with the help from the National Guard. About a block away off camera, I have seen several Minneapolis police squad cars, but I have not seen any National Guard members yet. We know that they will be wearing neon attire, neon vests to differentiate themselves from federal law enforcement, from federal agents, ICE, Border Patrol, those types of agents. It's unclear how long this particular demonstration will last. I have not seen any law enforcement in the immediate area or in the crowd, but at this point it doesn't seem that they need to really be involved. There were no incidents that I can see. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara was mentioning at the news conference a couple hours ago that this morning protesters had set at least 2 fires and were throwing ice chunks and other projectiles at officers, and that is not obviously happening now. So it's quite a bit different than it was in the immediate aftermath of the shooting this morning, particularly when Border Patrol and ICE and other federal law enforcement agents.
All right, pimps, I'm going to get off for a bit. No, Mel, don't go. I'm going to get off for a bit. I'm going to check out this thing that's about to start. The skyscraper stuff. Going to hang out, have a little family time. But after that, I will be around. If it pops off tonight, which it could, if it pops off, I'll come back. I'll come back later. Mel, no, don't get off. They're doing something right. Every time I get off, no, Mel, this is the craziest thing ever. Gotta do skyscraper time. On Netflix, this guy's climbing. Damn. Anthony Brian Logan says the guy was reaching for his holster. Trying to shoot officers. It's crazy, the variety. So it's confirmed tonight for 8 p.m. Eastern. Alex Honnold, free solo tapai. Bro. It's about to go down. Hope you guys are ready. Doom, doom, doom. I will be around, all right? Bye, guys. Oop, Mel got liberal fatigue.